Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Realm of Ori. In this video, we will continue with Volume 12, Chapter 3 Visitors from the Empire, Part 6. And before we start, this video contains spoilers from the anime and manga series. And by the way guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications for upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. My god, did you watch us? We offer our victory to thee. You've done a great job, Adalmann. This is something that needs to be said in person, so come to the command room. I thank you for those words, they bring me boundless joy. I shall forthwith come to your side. It appears Albert has regained his voice. Can you bring him here as well? Understood. Then, what about my death dragon? I'm afraid you need to leave it there. Yes sir. The death dragon looked rather depressed, but I had to harden my heart and reject the request. It was something like 10 meters long, which was way too large to even fit in this room. I asked Xian to make black tea for Adelman and Albert. However, she spun around and responded with a serious face, "Can skeletons drink?" Right, she had a point. Although Albert seemed to have regained flesh, Adelman was still the same old skeleton. It's more about setting the mood, you know? Oh, really? Understood. I sincerely apologize for keeping you waiting, Rimuru-sama. I am eternally grateful to be able to have an audience with you. That was a splendid job. Albert, was it? You handled that sword masterfully. And Adalmann, your performance as a guardian was very impressive. Keep up the good work. We're counting on you. Oh well, just gotta play it safe. Man, ain't that the truth? I haven't seen you guys in a while, so I was really surprised at how much you've grown. Yes sir. This truly a pleasant aroma. If anyone else served me tea, I might have taken it as an insult. Xian had a point after all. I guess it would be a cruel joke to people who were unable to drink. However, with Rimuru-sama's invitation, this aroma alone is enough to soothe my mind and relieve my weary bones. Delicious. A sweet and lovely scent, like nectar. I, Albert, am extremely grateful to be blessed with this moment of bliss. You guys are really overreacting. Adalmann, why don't you incarnate like Albert? Eh? No, I just thought it would be nice for you to enjoy the tea that way. That may be true, but in my case, I am placing greater importance on the mood, I would say. In that case, I won't force you. On that note, I changed the topic. By the way, you're brilliant with that extra skill, Holy Demonic Reversal. Merely being able to develop such a skill tells me how hard you've been working. Thank you very much. This wouldn't have been possible without Beretta Dono's help. And, Lumina-sama said it was an apology, and taught me one of her secret techniques, reversal of day and night. This was then remodeled by Beretta Dono's unique skill, Double Crosser, and as a result, I mastered this great skill. That's brilliant. I'll have to give Luminos my regards later, but first things first, Adalmann. As of now, you can beat the current guardian of the 70th floor, right? What do you mean by that? I gave a detailed explanation to the confused Adalmann. Right now, floors 61 through 70 were the golem zone. They were filled with mechanical, tireless soldiers. Also, the boss monster was a remodeled elemental colossus. It was a wholeheartedly invincible Iron Guardian. That was the Demon Colossus in a nutshell, the updated version of the Elemental Colossus. Shinji's team couldn't conquer the 70th floor, I was sure of it. However, after watching how Adalmann's team fought, I changed my mind. Veldora, who do you think is stronger? Adalmann, or the Demon Colossus? Adalmann, without a doubt. Exactly. It's official, Adalmann, you've been promoted to Guardian of the 70th floor. I'm not making a mistake, am I? If Veldora thinks so too, then this must be the right call. I, Adalmann, shall spare no effort to live up to your expectations, Rimuru-sama. I, Albert, humbly pledge myself to my lord, Adalmann. Great. Then, as of today, exchange floors 51 through 60 with floors 61 through 70. Understood. Leave it to me. That was all it took to swap entire sections of the labyrinth. Now that business had ended, I was about to tell them to leave when suddenly, this seems like a good time to interrupt. There is something I wish to report. What is it? My servant Raisin has sent me a message via magic communication, saying that he has urgent matters to discuss with you. An old master of his has arrived and is requesting an audience, it seems. This man goes by the name of Gadra. I don't recognize him. Report. There is a high chance of this person being the one that is credited as the author of several grimoires. This is interesting. I think it'll be okay to see him. Isn't that a trap? We're on the eve of war with the Empire, so a meeting at this time is nothing short of dubious. Exactly. There is no need for you to meet with such a suspicious person. Rightfully so, you do not need to heed the opinions of a man like Raisin. Naturally, that extends to me, as well. If my 2 secretaries were against it, then I'd refuse the offer. That's what I was about to say, until I noticed Adalmann fidgeting out of the corner of my eye. Adalmann, sorry I got sidetracked. I've said everything I had to say, you can leave now. Ah, no, you don't need to worry about us, the thing is. About this person called Gadra whom you were talking about. Yes, he might be a friend whom I once knew. What? I told Diablo to put the reply on hold and asked Adalmann for more details. It turned out that Gadra and Adalmann were friends more than 1,000 years ago. Adalmann presumed he had died already, but since Gadra was an archmage, he said it wasn't outside the realm of possibility for him to have extended his lifespan using the secret art he created. After all, the person who used the mystic art, reincarnation, and saved Adalmann's life was apparently the same Gadra. He also happened to know the name Raisin and thought that he was one of Gadra's oldest and greatest disciples. Diablo. Understood. I will arrange a date and time and prepare for the meeting. So I decided to have a meeting with Gadra. For the first time, Shinji and his gang experienced resurrection after getting killed on the 60th floor. When they returned, they were greeted with all kinds of reactions from the many spectators, ranging from boos over their loss to words of consolation. Battles in the labyrinth were broadcasted exclusively, and the trio's fights garnered a lot of popularity. That was unfortunate. Looks like you'll have to train a bit more and try again. No way, that was impossible. What the hell were those monstrosities? That swordsman was wicked fast, and the skeleton sitting on the throne, that was a legendary monster, right? Probably a white king. Even a high-ranking demon would be no match for it. It's a living calamity that controls death itself. That reminds me, was that dragon even alive? It didn't look like decoration, but if it were to join the fray, then, to be honest, humans wouldn't stand a chance of winning. A lot of questions were getting thrown around. The trio just laughed in response and did their best to escape from the scene. The shouting followed them all the way as they headed back to the inn. Hey, what should we do now? There's nothing we can do. Just let me rest for a bit. Are we reporting this to Yuki-san? Report it or not, that thing is impossible. Who knew the secret area would be this intense? Yeah, we were completely fine until the 59th floor. So, what the hell was that 60th floor? The Death Lord was roaming around with its own platoon of Death Knights. That's a slaughterhouse for any ordinary soldier. Yeah, that was bad. The power level of that floor's guardians shot up exponentially compared to the previous floors. I think those 3 are the secret bosses. Also, that skeletal boss, who sat on the throne the whole time, is a White King. Anyone with advanced appraisal magic could have seen just what that skeleton really is. But its presence is completely different in person, compared to on a screen. Right on. If you bumped into that guy without any preparation, it wouldn't end nicely. To be honest, I don't want to challenge it again. But now I'm sure of it. There must be something in the labyrinth if such strong monsters are protecting it, I guess so. I mean, that knight named Albert was brutally strong. Even its equipment was different from the others. I tried analyzing it while Mark was fighting, and shockingly, it turned out to be a unique grade masterpiece. No wonder. And here I thought I could crush any opponent, no matter what they had, with my Minos' Bardici. Come on, beating a boss with a weapon that you've picked up only works in games. Yeah, true, we kinda overestimated ourselves, huh? Yeah, the 3 consoled themselves as they chatted and began planning their next steps. Now that we're in the limelight, we can't continue spying. That's not a problem. As I said earlier, we're safer this way. We've also only been exploring the labyrinth. Then, why don't we wait for Gadra-sama to come? We can't keep challenging the dungeon by ourselves, can we? Or should we do some training? First, let's report to Yuki-san that there's definitely something beyond that floor and that the guardians were abnormally strong. Next, let's tell him how huge the labyrinth really is. No matter what magic is used to make such large spaces, it extends so far down it can't possibly be man-made, right? Also, don't forget to mention that the monsters on that floor were far and away the toughest ones yet, I know. Then, let's go sightseeing after contacting him. Now that the matter was settled, it was time to act. The trio stepped out onto the busy streets of the night.